Hey, it's Laura Van Vertlo. I'm so glad you're here today. We are going to dive right into August, the online class that I made for everybody. And I want to thank you for those that have been continuing to spread the word and help get my online kits off the ground. It's been real exciting to see them getting more and more orders each month. And it's so humbling to know when you create something that other people want to make it. So I'm happy to be offering these to you because I really do enjoy creating and crafting and helping others just feel connected that way. And I do a lot of online classes, in person classes, and I've been wanting to kind of branch a little bit online as well. And this is how I've been starting to do it. So, for those of you that have ordered the actual kit online, registered for the kit, you will be receiving a half of a pack of the Country Wood. So you'll get half of this. And then you're going to have everything over here, sorry. A full spool of the linen thread, a pack of, let's see if I can, of iridescent gems, and a, brand new one Casella as I go throw it across. Okay, it's going to be entertaining just like it was last month. So I'm going to put that to the side just because I have some dyes that I used. I'm sorry, guys. It's been like, ugh, I don't know if it's because the air conditioning's on, the allergies. Oh, anyway. And you can see Rick in the back. I'm Rick Springfield fanatic. Anyway, so you'll have in your kit, I'm going to show you what your kit will have. And then from the designer paper that you have from the Country Woods, that will be in the tutorial that I will also email you and have all the information there as well. Because some people, they just want the tutorial. Some people want the video. Some want both. So we're going to cover all the bases. And for those of you that are catching this on YouTube, you can follow along. I will try my best to remember to put the measurements, but I usually keep my measurements for the tutorial only. If you're interested in tutorial only, message me and I will get you on my email list. Or my email list is actually the best way to stay up to date on all my online offerings, plus promotions that I do. Stampin' Up! Does. I do Stampin' Tips. I'll link you to videos of other things like how to keep your ink pads juicy, just all sorts of helpful tips to make your crafting experience just flawless. So enough of me blabbing. So let me switch the screen real quick so you can see me in the corner, and then there it is. Hopefully it focuses. That's awfully blurry. Wonder why that's so blurry. Just trying to get it to focus here. That's not good. Why is that blurry? Okay, well, we're just gonna have to run with it. Okay, so what I did is I have listed also on the tutorial, I'm using the, there we go, the Misty Moonlight Stampin' Blends, both colors. I've got the Gray Granite, the Mossy Meadow, and I did have this as an add-on, so in case you needed it, you could order it. So thank you for those who did. And then the Light Petal Pink. And we'll put those just over to the side until we really need them. And then these were really the only ink pads that I'm hoping I remembered everything, but excuse me, golly, allergies are terrible. The Basic Gray Misty Moonlight ink pads. And then there's one card that we're going to use StazOn directly on the foil. So, all right, let's get to our first card. I love this card. Wait, there we go. Oh, it seemed to have focused. That's good. And let me kind of get my lighting right. And I'm going to go ahead and go full screen. Oh, that's so much better. Now I can see what you guys see. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so this is like a fun fold, and I want to show you. I keep forgetting how to go the opposite direction. Um, this is basically, if I fold this all the way this way, your card's going to come, and this is like your normal 11 by 4 1/4. And then what you do, there's an extra piece that you glue on. It'll make much more sense once I put it together, but I'm going to put that to the side. Oh, wait, that's the envelope for this one. I even stamped the envelope. We don't want any naked envelopes, do we? Okay, so what you will need to do is choose your designer paper from your pack, and you want to cut. I got to go find which card. I've got my little cheat sheet over here, so I don't tell you wrong. Where is 1, 2, 3? There they are. Okay. This is 1 by 4, and that's going to go, so you have a visual, that's going to be this piece that's over here. And then I chose this, I'm just going to make it identical. This one is the 3 by 4. And you can mix and match this and make this really, make it your own. But this is just my suggestion, and I think it turned out, do one like this and do one the other one. I would love to see what yours come out to be. Let's see here. This one is 2 by 4. So it's pretty easy measurements. So I'm going to put those to the side till we're ready for that piece. I went ahead and stamped, so you need to use your own stamp and basic gray to stamp a little floral. You can change it up and use the other image that's in the stamp set, which I forgot to grab. Let me grab that real quick. I'll just grab them both while I'm sitting here. Okay. So you could use this one as well, but I chose this one for this card because I think I'm using that on the third card. Okay, so let me put those over to the side. But I wanted this to go a little quicker, so I went ahead and did some of the work ahead of time. I also, out of the DSP, stamped one of the teapots with the gray. You can certainly do whatever color that you want. And yeah, I kind of noticed I messed up right there, but you know what? It's going to be covered by this, so I kind of went with it. And then we'll stamp on that as well. In your kit, I'm going to pre-cut this, and you can choose whatever sentiment that you would like. And then this is pre-cut for you as well in your kit. So you get one of these and an envelope. And then here is the main show. So this is a thick whisper, not whisper, it's so hard not to call it whisper white, thick basic white. And it's cut 4 1/4 to 11. And you score it 5 1/2. And then you're going to also score it at 6 3/4. I've already pre-scored this. So what you're going to do is fold it like you normally would. And where is my bone folder? I had it. I had everything out thinking I was going to be all, last month was hilarious. I decided to do the video really late at night. And yeah, it turned out to be hilariously funny. Okay, so this one we're going to fold. Okay, so that. Let me read my instructions. I made this 3 weeks ago, so I've already forgotten. Oh, hold, okay. I'm folding that back. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, I think I forgot to, I forgot to score one. The third one? 5 1/2 and 6 3/4. Oh, because I'm just going to fold it back. Okay. So we're going to fold this back to that line. I apologize. Yes. 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 Okay. We're going to fold that back I may just pre-score these for you because I haven't cut them quite. I've got them cut, but I haven't like got them packaged yet. So it's going to look like this. And then what I'm going to do is take the tape, or you can use your mono adhesive, or we call it green glue. I don't know why, it just kind of started sticking. You want to have this part down. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that little section down, burnish it really good. I'm going to find that little denim looking piece. Should I change this one up? Oh, that's a lot of pink. But you know what? It'd be kind of fun to do a little bit of pink. So I'm going to do it different. Why not? Okay. Sorry for the little mishap. I kind of forgot what I was doing there for a second. Do you ever do that where you make a card and then it's been so long, so when you try to tell somebody how to make it, you forgot? Okay, so this is where you're going to tape this on top. I might have to trim it a little, but it's going to overlap that because you want it to butt up. That's right, you want it to show. I'm having to, whoo, sorry. All right, I might have to trim a little bit off of this. I will be right back. Let me trim a little bit off. I think this is a little bit too wide. I got my paper trimmer over here. Yep, it was a little bit too wide. There we go. Okay. TV's never perfect, correct? I have to give kudos to those people that do it all the time. Okay. So we're going to do this. And we're going to go ahead and put the tape on this part of the fold. It's a brand new one. Come on, go. Okay. I think I cut too much off that, but oh well. Okay, so then we're going to turn around and if you're doing a pattern, just make sure you have the right direction before you put it down, because I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Okay, so yeah, I definitely cut that a little too much. Oh well, what you gonna do? The handmade card. And then this one goes right here. And this is kind of like a, I think it's a Z fold is what they were called, with a little bit of a, you know, you're adding this extra piece to kind of give it a different look. With the typical Z fold, you just fold it back and fold it back on itself and make it. There we go. Yep, that's work. Because then you have this to overlap, which I think I stuck that straight. Yep, I did. So now I want that right about there. And I didn't use dimensionals. I usually do, but on this one, I think with this fun fold, I thought it was enough to do it that way. And I'm kind of glad I grabbed those stamp sets because I need, I'm just going to do Sending Love again. Where did Sending Love go? It's probably right in front of my face. Oh, yep, it is. I should have had these all ready to go. I don't know why I didn't. Guess I was thinking I had pretty much everything pre-stamped, but I should have remembered. But you can definitely go through all your sentiments. You don't have to use the Sending Love. By all means, make it a card that you need. A birthday, thinking of you, just a note. So there's, whoops, there's the Sending Love. And then the other thing that I did, just to kind of give the teapot that china kind of, what are those called? The, you know, the cobalt plates. That's what I'm trying to think of. And so I'm just going to do this. I'm so glad I stocked up on these little itty bitty blocks. I love these. Sad they got rid of them. Okay, so I put that just for some visual interest to make it look more like a teapot. And then before we finish the card, we'll put a little gem on there. And I think that's the only time we use that color. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I'm almost done with the first card. Now remember, you're making 2 of these, and you have enough to make 2 of each. So by all means, change them up if you'd like. Okay, so I'm going to put this over to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you how I colored this. Put all these little lovelies over next to me. And I do believe I used I like to use the bullet tip when I'm doing coloring. I should have put on my, oh, good. Hey, I have readers. Yeah, I can see what I'm doing. I am finding the older I get, the more I have to use these to like do the fine detail work. It's kind of frustrating. But feel free to tell me your favorite way to color. I don't know if it's watercoloring, the blending pens, the blender pens that you can use with just the water-based ink sometimes. So if you don't have these, you by all means try the watercolor pencils or the actual marker and just put it on a acrylic block and use your blender pens. They all work. I just prefer these because I think they just yield a nice result when you're trying to shade. Like this one's probably not going to matter as much just because it's such a small detail. But when we get to the one that has the bucket or the clay pot, you're going to kind of notice. And I did these little tiny ones, which kind of reminded me of Pussy Willows. And that's kind of why I went with the gray granite for it. And there we go. Did I wink? Yes, I did. Of course I did. Why would I not wink? Wink is necessary. I really need to have a shirt made that says Winkaholic. Don't you think it'd be cute? Or Hey Stella in the front or something like that. I always love when we go to the Stampin' Up! Has these great events that we all go to. And they're so much fun. I mean, it's not just like a business thing. It's like just get together with all your friends. It's like a big party. You get to see all the new product coming out. And then they have lots of stamping events. And you get to touch and feel new product. And you do make and take. I mean, it's just, I've always loved going to Stampin' Up! Events. They do such a great job. Okay. But people like to wear shirts. And they come up with the funniest shirts up there. And I just think they're so clever. Oh, good. Got the one that works. So I'm just, ooh, hello, you are juicy. Hold on. There we go. That sucker was about to just go all over my image. A little bit in the center. I love Wink. I can put Wink on just about anything. All right. So dimensionals are here because I remember saying, hey, make sure you got them. They probably got pushed. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Okay, I use every bit of my dimensionals. That's the last of that one. Oops, I don't need the little ones yet. That actually is going to be enough. All right. Almost done with this one. Alrighty, and I don't know, you guys may have the holiday mini by the time we get this videos on YouTube, so I can't wait to create next month. Why did that get short? Oh, I guess I just didn't center it well. Oh well. It looks kind of goofy. Well, just do this. Do something different. Oh well. Has visual interest, right? Okay. I did not get linen thread. Well, no, second. I'm sure you guys had it, but I forgot to put it out for myself. We live in Texas and we're so blessed right now. We don't have a whole heck of a lot of hot weather. And at this time of year, it's usually like 110 heat index, sometimes 105 temperature, and it's miserable. Um, We're being blessed right now. It's like they showed the 14-day forecast, and I was shocked that it was like under 95 for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, that's crazy. So whoever paid off Mother Nature for Texas, we are very thankful. And I am sorry for whoever's getting our hot weather. But let me know in the comments where you're from. I would love to see how far these videos actually go. Hopefully, let's see, there we go. Okay, so what I basically did is I took one and I cut it in half, and then I'm going to zhuzh it down. And so I cut a little too much. And I just tie the bow like I would normally. Let me get my good scissors. Hold on. Those are my ones I use for class, and they just tend to, they get overused, and I think I need a good sharpening. There. These are old Stampin' Up! Ones that I don't let anybody use these. Those are the ones that, you call the cops on if somebody uses it on anything but a fabric or ribbon. Yeah, those are the ones. They're very sharp. Okay, I know I put these out. Okay, glue dots. Oh yes, you might want to have some glue dots available. And then I will just stick that right there. Oh, pearl. Got a pearl. And I did the big, what did I do? I guess I did do the bigger one. There we go. And see, that just made it. So here's one we made today with my little boo-boo. And then I'll kind of refine that before I talk or do the tutorial. And then don't forget to stamp your envelope too. I don't know what happened to the envelope. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to put that one over to the side and we will move on to the next card. So the next card is going to be, I love this one, so pretty. And I forgot to cut out the seafoam part. I just realized that when I just looked at this. Okay, at least I think I did. Those look like the items that, yes, and it's kind of a, what I did is I folded it in half and then I cut off, let's see, what did I cut off? I cut off 1.5 inches off, like after I scored it, I cut 1.5 inches off this side and then kind of made it just to give it a little bit of different interest. And then also I have this little thing right there. So you will get, okay, this is the, these two pieces are the only two pieces you need to cut, and you should have the die cuts for these. If you don't have the actual country wood dies, any little flowers will do because it would make this super cute. And so you will need to cut your DSP from your pack that came in your kit. This one is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And this is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. And again, change up your patterns if you know, this is probably my favorite out of this. And I have 5 packs of this paper. I'm getting worse with my hoarding. Oh my gosh, am I by myself? I have so much retired paper. It's unreal because I hate to part with it. Always going to have that thing that I would think it's going to be, oh, yeah, I'm going to use a project for that one. But it is craft fair season coming up, so I actually do go through some of it and my ribbon because my ribbon's my second hoarding secret. Let's see here. No, stop. didn't want it to be. I have to be quiet when I'm doing this. There we go. I love this one too. So when I saw this paper, when they announced, oh, it's just so pretty. There's so many things you can do with it. Made a really fun card with the free with purchase kit that I'm free with purchase class that I also do. Let me show it to you. It was really pretty. And it's kind of like I do Sweet and Simple in person, but I take the same cards and I do that as the free with purchase for everybody online because I'm like, why not share it with everybody? So I stamped on one of the other patterns, the Layers of Beauty, and I just used a sponge dauber on that. And it's gorgeous. I love how it turned out. So don't think that you can't just stamp directly on these. Okay, so you will have this. I'm going to knock out some of these little holes. I will try to get them all out, but you might want to double check. Sometimes I do this if the brush doesn't work. Get on there. And I have to show you, I've got a cute little desk vacuum now. I love it. Okay. I'm going to put this to the side. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this inside here. This is so you can write. Did I butt that up? No, I gave it a, okay. Like I said, I made this a while ago, so I don't really remember how I did it exactly. All right, and I even wrote down everything. I didn't want that to match. I want this card on. So at least you have a place to write whatever you want to write to your person that you're going to give the card to. Let me give this one more little fold like that. And then so I'm going to put this and this to the side. And that to the side. And I'm going to have to go cut that seafoam piece. Darn it. Well, at least it's one. I think so far I'm doing pretty good compared to last month. Those of you that got my kit last month know what I'm talking about. I kept thinking, oh, I'm good. Basic gray. And I need the pot. Actually, that's a bucket, isn't it? I better leave it out because I think we're going to use it again. Okay. Thankfully, everything that I use is right here. Yep, you can see that stays on. All right. So I'm going to do it right about there. I'm going to leave most of the top for the foliage, but I want just enough down here. Yeah, it's off. I don't like that. Hold on. I think it's because I have this white on white. That looks better. And I'm not going to worry about that little bit because when I color it, I think it's going to go away. And if it doesn't, we'll just call it rust, right? Okay. So how I do my Stampin' ones is I always take the darker color first. Some people do the light color first. And I kind of use the little bullet tip because I have more control. And I kind of do this to give it the darker shading. And I know that this is going to be darker on this side. All right, so we're going to stop there. Probably just do this a little bit right there. Okay, so now I'm going to go back with the light. And I'm going to do just a little bit here to kind of look like the shadow. All right. Otherwise, you have a floating galvanized bucket here. What is this? Yeah, I guess it is a bucket. Pail. And I find if you do swirls like that, you don't see the lines as much. And you just kind of keep going over. And it'll eventually blend in. Sorry for the squeaks. And again, you can use regular markers. You can use your... Yeah, it's going to look like rust. I love it. At least you never know. Oh, Nobody knows what the original card looks like. Okay, let's see if that blends in, which it still isn't quite blending in. So if you keep layering your lighter over and over again, it eventually kind of gets darker. But if you want to put, oh yeah, I'm eating my hair. You want to put some, but to me, I think that still looks pretty good. I'm just going to count my blessings and go ahead and glue this down to here. Should fit. Yep. Yay. I measured twice and cut once. Hallelujah. Sound like my husband. Okay. So now I'm going to have to go get, I'm going to go get Seafoam and a little bit of adhesive sheets, which I will put a little bit in your packet. I love these. I'm like, they're so helpful in making, sticking down little detailed pieces. Okay, Seafoam. Oh, it's only twice, but anybody's keeping score. I'm gonna go find my die. There it is. Ow. Okay. Knock something on the floor. Oh well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is the die that I'm going to use. And you peel this section off. You put it down. Peel this section off. And you trash that part. And now I'm going to go run this die through, which so it's over here. It's just there's too much stuff going on over here. So let me do it real quick. I might shake the table. But here we go. You can see on the back that adhesive sheet and then these little holes, if you're ever wondering what they are. And again, you can use any floral stamp set that you have if you don't have this actual set. That's the right one. I want to make sure I wasn't putting it on the wrong one. Let me show you the beauty of using these. Once you get that little edge going, and I found if you have like little holes like this, it pulls all those, a good portion of them out, so you have to sit there and poke them out. So if you have something like this that you're doing, don't sit there and poke them out until after you peel the back off. Because see, it took that little piece out. Okay, I'm going to look at the sample. See how I kind of arranged it. That. See, and it sticks right down. You don't have to sit there and mess with a bunch of little detailed glue. And then it looks like I'm going to use a big one and these two tiny, oh, here they are, tiny ones. I knew I was like to say I only need 3. There you go. Put this to the side for another day. You should see my bucket of stuff that has that. It's 15, probably 20 years worth of cards that started, and I thought, oh, I need to keep that. And it may become a card someday, which occasionally they do. But a good portion of those have been sitting in there before I signed up for Stampin' Up, which is kind of embarrassing. Okay, so I did this one here to kind of cover that little gap. And then I usually just put these directly on the glue dot because the heat of my finger is what helps release it from the paper or the whatever this backing that they use. And then the flowers are done. And now we just need the hello friend, which is from the birdhouse, I think. But again, there's so many. I pulled that stamp set out. Oh, there it is. Let me reach around. Oh, there's a happy birthday too. I don't know if that's going to fit though. We'll just do hello friend. Be much easier. And this is from the online exclusives. Do not forget. Oh, hello. Don't move the center. Don't forget online exclusives. They have some great, great, great things on there. I love how they have this new, where there's something new every month coming out. Okay, so I did the hello friend. But this is from the, I'm going to forget the name of it. I think it's Greetings for the Season. It's the tags that go with it. And I kind of meant to put a, oh, I think there was one and it probably just came off. That's what happened. Okay, we'll just have to make two. Well, I'll make one on here and then I'll make my other one and put it back on there. I think I had a bow on linen thread on there and I think it got knocked off somehow. Interesting. Okay, so this is the fun part. You want to make sure that I kind of just like use my fingers to tell me where to put my tape. You don't want to tape the whole back of this because then it'll stick to this side and it won't open. So there's that card. Ta-da! And then I did pop this up. Now I'm trying to figure out where it happened to my little linen thread bow. I did the exact same thing that I did on the first one. I just kind of like linen thread when it just gives it that extra texture when you do the double bow. Okay, so I'll put our gems on and then we can move on to the third card. So I did one big. And of course, you get these gems in the kit, but if you didn't get the kit, use whatever embellishments you have on hand. It still looks pretty. This is really more of like card inspiration. I feel like I'm losing my voice. My husband would be thrilled. He'd be so lucky. What happens when you get married for over 22 years? Oh, some days I might feel like our life has just flashed right by us. Okay, so see how I kind of took that and I folded it. It's hard to do because it's on the spool. Come back here. All right, come on. Got it. Dude. I could have gotten. I was trying to say dude. I don't know why it came out that way. Come on. I wonder how many bows I've made in my lifetime. All right. Again, I cut it too long. I'm just going to do it on this one, and then I'll go back and fix the other one afterward. I don't want to take the extra time because you get the gist with me doing one of them. All right, glue dots. Again, I'm going to use these. I'm going to push it down. And what I like about glue dots is when I have something like this little tiny knot, I kind of pinch it before I put it down. And pinch it again. There you go. We have card number 2. The envelope, don't forget to stamp your envelope. And if you plan on selling them, make sure that you have a copyright stamp, just so you can comply with the Angel policy, because the images are technically trademarked, and that's why I can't stamp them for you. And that's why you have to have your own stamp sets. I would love to do it that way, but I also don't want to get in trouble. Okay, onto the third card, and then we'll make the frame. How am I doing on time? I'm doing pretty good on time. Okay. So here is our last of the cards. And see, this is where we did the stays on, is on the flower market. So it kind of gives it that country galvanized look. This is the other online exclusive, and I've forgotten what the name of it is. Happy Little Things. There's 2 little dies and a matching stamp set. It's super cute. All right, so let me put that to the side. So you will get the items to, like, I'll give you the foil and the mossy meadow and a scrap of white, but you will have to do those with what you have. Excuse me. This I will go ahead and pre-cut. And there it is. I'm gonna have a mess in a minute. I find this quicker than doing the brush for when it's already out of the die. Technically, you're supposed to keep the die on your paper and then run this over so you get those little holes in the back. I just gotta, I'm OCD about these things. I think I got them all. Okay. Of course, now they're all over the card. All right, I'll vacuum that later. Okay. So you will have a piece for your inside. And then I like to fold mine and not score them. I find when I score my cards, I get that weird folded look and it just doesn't, or overlaps a little bit. So I just make sure it's lined up here on the corners. And then I just take the bone folder down and it's pretty much matched right up. Hold on, those little dots are driving me crazy. I have my cute little desk vacuum, but it's so loud I don't really want to. Okay. Excuse the vacuum, but isn't it cute? I need to put some Google eyes on it, but it just sucks up all the stuff. It sucks up the embossing powder is what I really wanted it for. But there we go. I was going to say, what did I do? Okay, so you can have, choose your 2 pieces of designer paper. So they're both 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. And the reason why I say that, because you're saying, oh, well, wait, that's kind of bigger. Well, these are ripped down the center. So actually what I will do is put this one down first. You only have to rip one because if you overlap it, nobody's going to know. And that way, if you rip too much, at least you've got a little overlap and your card will look good. Okay. And again, if you're on YouTube and you didn't get the kit and you were curious about my kit, the best way is to sign up for my email. I send out weekly emails. And those weekly emails contain all sorts of fun things, exclusive tips, exclusive promotions that I send out. I'm getting very close to my first incentive trip in the 17 years I've been with Stampin' Up. I'm really excited. I mean, I'm like within 6,000 right now. So I'm like super excited. So I also have a link if you would like to. I will send you a thank you gift if you help me out by, every little order helps at this point. So, okay, so back to this. Just bent my little circle. Oh well. Okay, so now that I've done that, it overlaps a little bit and nobody will be the wiser. You didn't rip both of them. Yeah, sorry. See, if I use that green glue like everybody else does, I will have it everywhere. I use it sometimes, but I tend to use this more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this to the side and we are going to build our, oh, let me put this on the inside too. So it's done. Super sticky. Hopefully we'll be done with this one pretty quick. There's no fun fold on this. Just a straight up card. I wanted to kind of make them a little interesting this month. Okay, so happy birthday. And then it looks like I just glued that directly down. Yeah, no, there's no. Thought maybe I put some of the adhesive on it, but I didn't. And you know, the image isn't perfect, but I thought, you know, what bucket has like a perfect, it looks weathered to me. Now this I did put, and this is why I'm going to give you a little square of adhesive sheet so you can do these flowers or whatever flowers you have on hand. Let's see, how did I do that? I did it off up to the side. Kind of give it some extra interest. All right, so now we're going to color this. Again, I'm going to start with the dark, and I'm going to go on the inside, tiny flowers. And let's see, I'm trying to figure out how I did this early on the when I was doing this 3 or 4 weeks ago. Can't wait to show you the next month. Kind of gone back and forth on what next month's kit's going to be. I'm going to whip it out this weekend since we have a nice long weekend. I don't know what's everybody doing for Labor Day. Is that the light one? Yeah. I just went straight up with the light one for this because the dark one is just super dark. I was just this kind of makes me feel like the 1990s. Remember when we had all that country mauve, and you almost need the copper to go with it, right? 2, 3, 4. Now I just need to do the mossy meadow, which I'm just going to do the light one. When it comes to little spots like this, I just trying to shade is, I mean, I could, but for the sake of a shorter video, I'm not. And I'm surprised you haven't seen one of the kitties. Of course, they got fed, so that could be why. But the kitty cats usually like to make an appearance in here. All right. Now I'm going to use the light gray granite. I'm trying to use the same colors so you guys don't have to, you know, search up 5 million things in your craft room. I find it so much nicer and easier to do it this way. Almost done. Ow, my hand just crammed it. Ouch. All right, so let me go back. Now this is where I like the brush tip. And I like to be careful because I used to color ribbon with it. I found that it really tears up these tips. So, I mean, I will still do it because I've kept those that have the, you know, kind of ragged tip, and I've replaced it with new ones. So I'll just use the older ones that are already kind of ruined. And then that way, these I'm going to put to the side because I think we're done. We don't use them. Everything for the frame is pretty much just pre-cut. You really don't need a whole heck of a lot. Just put the birdhouse together. Now I did cut everything out for that because I really was hoping you had the country flowers, but I was the country, you know, I can die cut stuff for you. So I felt okay giving you all the pieces to make the birdhouse. Now the sentiment, you'll have to find your sentiment. And I might not put the sentiment on this one that I show you because I want a different one. And I don't remember which stamp set I used. All right. So here's the happy birthday. Excuse me, my head is coming in the frame here. Hopefully I centered that. Is it white on white? Oh, not too bad. Passes for me. All right. Dimensional. I'm doing pretty good this time. I've only had to go off screen twice. I don't know how many times I did it last month. Okay, 50 minutes. I'm trying to keep this under an hour. Hopefully, that frame doesn't take me too long. You know, always fast forward. All right, time for the wink. As soon as I find it. Then I'm going to do these flowers. There we go. Pearls. Just pearls to me for something like this, it just looks better in my opinion. And because we didn't have the center of this one, really, come on. Oh, you're right there. Oh, come here. Okay, well, I was going to do a bigger one on that, but since that just fell off, there's where the other one went. I just put it there. And you can do, and you know, you can, since you have a whole pack, you could put them on the whole flower thing if you would like. Okay, so let me, in dimensionals again, put 4 on it just so it doesn't wobble. And we're almost done with this card. I feel like this is going a lot smoother this month. Okay. And it's straight before I push it. Yes, it is. Okay. And then this one, yep, that's what I thought I did. Okay, this is where the little mini dimensionals are very helpful. Oops, too many. Put them way over here. Push them down a little bit more. What is the strangest place you found these little Stampin' Up! Glitters? Gifts from Stampin' Up! So that way the middle doesn't have that. It can just kind of sit on top of the circle. And then you just do another one of with your linen thread that you have. Just I'll do it afterward. I'm trying to get this under an hour. And I really want to show you the frame. So I think the frame's behind my computer. I think, what did I do with my frame? Oh, nope, it's back here. All right. So this is what it's going to look like when you're finished with it. And then what you will have in your kit is all of this. And then the frame does come. You only get one of these. But you certainly can go. I got these on Amazon. And I'll try to remember to put the link in there. And then I didn't, if you want to put this plastic piece on, you can to keep it getting wet. And if you decide to use it, just know it's got protective, it's on both sides. But I'm not going to use it, I don't think. Yeah, it's on both sides. So I thought they were really cool. So it was nice and clear. So it doesn't have any scratches or fingerprints on it. And I might use this for another technique, but I'm not going to use it for this purpose. So what I'm going to do is put that over there. I'm going to keep my birdhouse over there so I can see what I'm doing. And I forgot to get the clips of coral out. Okay, so I cut out of, I have way too much stuff on my desk. And I was going to show you all these things that came. There they are. Greetings of the season. I was right. Yay. That was the online exclusive I was talking about. All right. Where is the birdhouse? Oh, well. So I cut the birdhouse out. And I'm fairly certain. Yep, that's what I thought. I'll put that over to the side just so I have it. This is going to require lots of dimensionals. So I'm going to put one here, one here, one here. Stop it. Stop it. Let go. One here, one up here, And this is the fun part. There's a little strange square that you're going to have in your kit. I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on that. And it may not be perfectly, all you're trying to do is give it that shadow. And if it helps, I think I did this too. So I knew where my frame was. All right. I'm not going to push that all the way down yet. Yep, that looks good. It's pretty centered. Oh, I got to take the backings off. Oops. Guess once I get to the fourth project, I'm kind of going kind of crazy. But yes, and I think this next, I'm going to start offering a paper sampler. And I'm going to have that in the next week or so in my newsletter on how to get one. I need 18 people that want to have one. I think they'll be priced anywhere from $15 to $20, but you'll have like a little snippet. I've got it printed. I just haven't had time to put it together. But you'll have Sentimental Christmas, and you'll have each side of the pattern, just a little sample. It'll be in a paper protector with the little thing so you can put it in the binder, so you can just have it right at your fingertips. So be sure to subscribe because you don't want to miss out on that. All right, so I'm going to do, it's going to go over a hair of an hour. Sorry, guys. I was trying to make it not too, I'm losing my voice anymore. Okay, so I'm just putting 3 glue dots on this. And what's funny is in my original, I actually put white down. It didn't even look good with it, so I just cut it out of the whole design. Okay, so I'm going to put this a hair under, because if you see on this birdhouse, there's little lips. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, I can move that now because I don't need it. Right here, there's like little section where that scallop will meet up. And it looks kind of funny right now. But now we're going to get these little mini ones again. And oops, those are the big ones. Get off my fingers. Off my fingers. Okay. One there. One there. I clean these up after I'm done. The other day, I'm part of a swap for the upcoming holiday catalog. I just like to do it because it gives me some ideas. So I just mailed them off today. But oh my gosh, you should see my desk yesterday. It was just covered in of those little dimensional. See, it's starting to look like a birdhouse now. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this straight down. You really don't need to pop that up. And now it's starting to look like a cute little bird. And then the sentiment, I told you I'm going to go ahead and do that later. And then this one, when did I use? I used this one. So I'm going to get a glue dot again. And yes, I will cut all these flowers. Thankfully, you only have one of these because I'd be here for a while cutting these out. But I matched this flower up. And now I'm going to put this one up here. Just to kind of give it the little cuteness. I probably should have cut these out with the adhesive sheet, but I didn't want that glue hanging over. Okay. I'm going to tuck that under. And see, I have the glue dot is on this one. So I push that all down. And then we just put a little pearl in it. And it comes together pretty quick. So just think all these cute little birthday gifts and gifts you can make for Christmas with this, and even make them Christmas. Put a cardinal in it, especially for somebody who may have just lost somebody. Now on the sample, I don't feel like getting the dauber out and the calypso corals, what I did to make that. So we'll just keep this one, the petal pink. And more of these. And the color combination I pretty much got from the back of the designer paper. And any catalog, they always list the colors that they have. So everything coordinates. It's one of my favorite things and probably one of the main reasons I signed up so many years ago. It's because I would walk around the scrapbook store and I cannot believe there's like 500 colors of red. And I'm like, I don't have all day to be looking for just the right red. And see, this is coming together pretty quick. Kind of like a puzzle, sort of. An easy puzzle. Okay, we're on the final stretch. They have little leaves like separate, and I just was like, these are small enough with the double. I just did 3 of the doubles. Oh my goodness, we're about done. Maybe I'll make it. Oh, I'm just hair over an hour. Oh. Okay, so again, pick your sentiment. And then I've got to put the pearls on this one too. But what I'm going to do is just show you the final one because I'm not going to tie that bow because you've seen me do it twice. And that's basically what I did for this one. And so I just love that double bow because I did it on all the projects. But then you just stick it in your frame like so. And then if you want it, I just find that plastic squishes. Yeah, it might be too long. I may have to cut a hair off. I may have cut it too long. But anyway, that'll be your final project. And on the back of these, I want to show you. I like it because these actually sit up on your surface, or you can hang it up. So it's really cool. I was really pleasantly surprised with these. But there is your fun 3D extra special item. Probably was a little bit more money than I should have spent, but you guys are worth it. Again, I will link all the products for those of you that didn't get. Let me take off my readers because I can't see the screen. For those of you that did not get the kit, I will list all the items in the. I'll remove myself now. No, I want this to be solo. There we go. There we go. I'm going to list all the items. So if you want to go to my online store, I would love for you to help me get to Disney so I can take my family. I would just be so nice to do something nice for my husband for a change. But regardless, I love to spoil my customers. I will send you a thank you gift for any, orders of $40 or more. I would love it. Again, make sure you sign up for my emails. I would love to have you in my email list so you can stay up to date with all the fun stuff that I'm putting together. And I've been taking training classes and I'm wanting to incorporate even more. So there'll be even more classes that I can offer. It's about to hit holiday season, so I'm probably going to not unveil anything brand new until next year in January because it's just I do craft fairs too. I'm crazy. A fun crazy. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed all these kits, the kit this month, and I hope you enjoyed the projects. Please reach out if there's any pieces missing. I'll get them to you if you got the kit. And I'm just have a wonderful evening, day. God bless you. Thank you. Bye.